What's going on, everybody? Marty here, and welcome back to another Mekanism Season 2 episode. So today I have done a little bit of putting some torches around. Basically, the whole island, like all of this, all of that, is all lit up now, so we don't have to worry about mobs ever again. And I don't need to worry about protecting my villagers from zombies and all the bad stuff. But anyway, so last episode we got our atomic disassembler. In this episode I want to start working towards the free runners, which we could probably get pretty easy, and the jetpack. So the jetpack takes a certain type of fuel, right? And we need to produce that fuel. So in order to produce the fuel to get the jetpack to work, because that's a pretty easy recipe, it's just osmium, redstone, control circuits, you know, all that stuff, we need to get an electrolytic separator. So along with that, we need a pump, and let me just mark that one. There we go. So we need to build an electric pump, an electrolytic separator, and since we're going to do that, we might as well get 3 times ore generation. So let's go ahead and get started. So the enrichment chamber here will accept stuff from the purification, or the crusher. So we go to the purification purification chamber first, and we're going to take ores, like right here. We're going to put ore in the purification chamber. It's going to take oxygen, and then it's going to convert it into iron clumps. So the use of the iron clumps is in the crusher. It'll crush all of those down and make dirty iron dust. And then once we get the dirty iron dust, we will go into the enrichment chamber to make the iron dust, and then we will go into an energized smelter to get an ingot, thus 3 times ore generation. So in order to get the oxygen, we need to take the electrolytic separator, pump water into it. We split it up between hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen we will use to fuel our jetpack, and oxygen we will move on into the system. So let's get started. Alright guys, first thing we're going to do is work from the back to the front. So we're going to start with the crusher, and we're going to need 2 lava buckets. So let's do 2 of these. There we go, 2 buckets, and my lava is right there. So let's see. Crusher, and steel casing, and glass, and osmium. Alright, so glass, or osmium, steel, and glass. Alright, so let's make this stuff up. Electrolytic separate crusher, right there, steel casing. Got that, and then in here I should have, right there, basic control circuits. So let's go ahead and do our crusher. Oh, we need the redstone now too. Okay. So let's go up here. And that is made. So now we have a crusher. So you can go right there. Perfect. So we can also set this thing to auto eject to on, and it's going to output to the right. Alright, so into that we get the purification chamber. So we're going to need to make an enrichment chamber again. Let's go ahead and do that. So enrichment chamber, steel casing, that, purification, well, let's make this guy first, and now the purification chamber, which is going to be a bunch of that. So let's see, we should have a bunch of these and those. So we needed 2 of the advanced control circuits, and there we have the purification chamber. Alright, that's going to sit right there. Cool. Alright, now we need to pump oxygen into that. So let's go ahead and get our electrolytic separator. Where are you? Right here. Alright, this one shouldn't be too bad. We've got gold dust, iron, and osmium dust. And then we should be able to make the electrolytic separator. Oh, I needed 2 osmium. I thought it was 2 iron. Alright, 2 osmium for the electrolytic separator. The electrolytic core, now we have that made. And let's go ahead and make the electrolytic separator. Pretty easy, right guys? Not too bad right now. Alright, so we've got an input on the front, and an output on the left and the right. So that's going to be hydrogen and oxygen. I might actually move this. Let's see how we want to do this. I'm trying to think of like the best way to where this would look pretty sweet. What if we pump it in the front? Ooh, is this going to be oxygen? That might be oxygen. I might be able to change that though. Alright, so let's do that, and then let's grab our pump. So the pump is, once again, a steel casing. And now a bucket. And we've got the electric pump. So this thing requires power. So let's put this right there. Okay, the power in the back should be alright. And then it's going to pump water out the front. So now let's make some tubes. So, we'll make the basic mechanical pipes. So we'll make that's just steel and buckets. And we're only going to need one of these recipes. So that can connect to there. Alright, now we got to get some more power cables. And there is that basic universal cable. Alright, let's move this stuff all over. And I almost feel like I should probably turn that pump around, you know? Like that way I can just plug it in right there. Alright, let's get some torch down. And did I trapped myself down here, didn't I? Yeah, let's grab this thing. Ah, come on. Did I get it? Oh, did you hear that? Where'd you come from? There must be somewhere that they can spawn. Alright, pump. Did I not pick up the pump? There's the pump. Okay. So actually that works out because we can place it like this. There we go. Oops. Alright, let's head back in. I'm going to go ahead and sleep because it's not as safe as I thought it was. Alright, now that we are up and ready to go, mechanical pipe, there we go. Already had the power going to it, so that's good. Now we're making hydrogen and oxygen. So let's do the side config here. We want to switch the hydrogen to this side, and then the oxygen to that side. So we can do it like that. Alright, so let's pop out the back here, and let's move some stuff around. So that should be that. In like 2 spaces. Or was it 1? It's 2 spaces. Alright, so now we need to make a different type of pipe. And that is going to be the pressurized. So the pressurized tube is steel and glass. Pretty simple. And hopefully... Uh-oh. Ooh, am I all out of steel? Oh, crap. I gotta make some more. Alright, time for the pressurized tubes. So if we take this and bring this around the back, we're going to go that way, that way, that way, that way, and then there. Alright, so let's make sure that this is set to the input. So input on gases. Okay, doesn't matter. Alright, cool. So that should be getting some stuff. It's empty. That is oxygen, and it grabbed the wrong stuff. Even though I told it to put the cyan out that way. Well, let's fix that. Alright, let's change it up then. Yeah, once again it did it. Didn't it? So you really can't change that one. Okay. Well then, since all that stuff's free, let's just put it this way and see if I can pump water in the back. Alright, that should work. Okay, so let's just move it. And now we have oxygen in there. Alright, good. So go there and there. And then there. Alright, so now that one's working. We've got water pumping into the back of it. The hydrogen is going to come out the left. And then on the right side, our oxygen's going out into the purification chamber. So let's get something cooking. Let's do gold. One little chunk of gold. Make sure it works. We're probably going to need to upgrade our power system. But for now, it's probably going to do pretty good. So there is that. 3 gold clumps. Auto eject to on. It pumped everything over into the crusher. Crusher's going to do the stuff, put it in the enrichment chamber, and then we're going to have to energize, smelt it. Do I have that one marked up here? No. Energized, smelter. Alright, so let's get this going, and I need to get another piece of glass. So luckily, I went out and explored and found a whole bunch of it. Whole bunch of glass. Alright, so we need a couple of those. And some redstone. And some osmium. I don't have any osmium. Alright, let's get a few of the osmiums cooking then. Alright, we are ready. We got our osmium, we got our steel, we got our glass. Let's make the energized smelter. There we go. And you are ready to get placed. So now we can place this here. We can have this one set to auto eject. And there we go. Now we have the energized smelter. So that is great. So let's grab a couple logs. We'll make a chest. We'll slap that there and auto eject once again to on. So now all of our ingots are going to go plop into that chest. So now we have 3 times ore generation. Pretty sweet, right? Okay, next up, let's see, we should have some osmium going or no? We've got a few up there, 2 right there. Let's get these ones cooking in this. And then we're going to make a tank. So this is going to be a basic chemical tank. So all we need is redstone and 4 osmium ingots. There we go. And then we're going to take this, go here, basic tank, and I'm just going to slap that right in front of this. We're going to go idle for that. This should start getting hydrogen. We're going to get this to dump excess. That way, if this fills up, it's always going to try to dump it. That way, we will always have like oxygen going in here. So that is running. However, we don't have power. So now that we have the hydrogen building up, we can go ahead and start building our our jetpack. So let's do that. So that is steel, tin, basic control, and another one of these. And I don't think I have the steel for this. Alright guys, I am waiting on one more tin ingot to get made. And it should be coming up any second now. There we go. 3 tin ingots. So let's go to the jetpack. I've already made the basic chemical tank. So now we have a jetpack. Awesome. So let's get this in here. And that's going to start filling up with hydrogen. Okay, next up are the free runners. So those are pretty simple. We're just going to need a little bit of gold. So we need 6 gold. There's that. Free runners here. That. 2 of those. Free runners. Oh, I was 1 short. I thought I had it all counted out the right way. Alright, I'm just going to do there. Get 2 of those in there and then just slap an osmium in this. So we go here. And also I've got some steel getting made. Alright, free runners are ready to go. So we got to charge that up. So let's get this on. And we'll fly over here. Get the free runners on. Huh? Oh, there's no stored energy. That's why. Okay, so we're running a little bit short on power these days, but I want to get some stuff in the enrichment chamber here. Is this right? No, that's not right, right? If we put diamonds in there, we're going to get those enriched diamond, aren't we? I want to get diamond dust. So we need to get this in the crusher. Alright, and then we're going to turn off auto eject. So I'm going to let that crush. Alright, our steel is done. Let's get all that stuff made. Steel block. And now we need to make bronze. So bronze isn't too bad. Alright guys, we are waiting on some copper to get ground down into copper dust. There's 3 of those. Let's grab 1 piece of tin. And once this crusher is done with the copper clump, we're going to put our tin in here and get some tin. Let's get that in there, and we'll get the regular tin dust because it's already been cleaned. So we can get the 3 copper, 1 tin. There we go. Let's get this in the metallurgic infuser, and let's get 3 copper dust in there. That's going to make us some bronze dust. And there we have it. Okay, so now we've got some bronze dust. Let's get this in here. And let's make sure everything is back on because I shut some stuff off. There we go. Alright, so bronze, we need 2 pieces of bronze, right? And I've got my steel block. Got my diamond dust. And we're about ready to rock and roll here, guys. There we are. Alright, just like that, we have an armored jetpack. And there we go. Armored jetpack. Sweet. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have our free runners finally with some power in it. We've got our armored jetpack with some hydrogen in it. We can change the modes to hover, which gives us almost like creative. It's just slow, disabled, or regular, which you just kind of like Bob. Then also the runners, we can enable or disable them. So they help us step up blocks. Just 1 block, not 2. So we can just walk right up. And also, we don't take damage. So we are ready to go, guys. We are ready to go with Mekanism. We've got flight. We've got power generation. Next episode, we can start really getting into some other cool stuff. Now that we've got flight, we can do all the exploring and stuff that we need. And mining's going to be so much easier. But anyway, I will catch you all next time. My name is Marty, signing out. And peace. Aha, I love it.